season's national champion. There's been so much that's gone into getting here, twists and turns, and now it builds to this, the battle for supremacy. And it almost feels like we were destined to get to this point. The top 2 seeds of the college football playoff have survived. They've been on a collision course all season long. They've come through the challenges and the distractions, and now they'll fight for that beautiful trophy. As we'll see the number 2 seed in this playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team from the ACC, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. And so it'll be a touchback, ball spotted at the 25. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Takes the ball and heads to the left side. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Testing the defense with a throw downfield. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
Chris, a big part of the reason they're playing in this national championship is they're an aggressive offense. They didn't hit this one, but I love the idea, and I think it sends a clear message that this defense better be ready to defend the long ball.
To come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Running past the 35. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. At the 20. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Ohio State. Some of the crowd hasn't even settled in. We got points on the board. Buckle up, Kirk.
I mean, this is amazing. This is exactly how you envision it, with the long layoff, the height, the pressure, all the interviews you've done, and to be able to start off with an opening drive and a touchdown, couldn't have scripted it any better.
And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
Crossing the 35. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Finally brought down after an explosive play for this offense. Big gain.
And I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there in space with a couple blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
First and 10 play coming up. Takes the snap and takes off on the run.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Takes the handoff and he'll head left. And that's a solid gain before the defense is able to bring him down.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Back to pass. It's Penn. Catch made on the right side. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
The Canes pick up enough to get a first down there. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Will he score here? Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a first and goal for this offense.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place and gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
The Canes hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Second and goal for the offense. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown for the U.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football, the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
Point after, knocked right through. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. The gain is 3 yards, brings up a second down and 7.
The defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
The back behind the quarterback now in the pistol. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Second down play coming up for this offense. From the gun, he looks for an open man. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big game, but he couldn't hold on. Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. Looks right for a quick completion. That'll pick up first down yardage very near the 40.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages, because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
They go with a direct snap. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
It's a good, solid game, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. A pre-snap motion from the offense. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. And it's intercepted. Going the other way. Can they stop him? And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
It's 3rd and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring on them.
Here comes the mind of the offense back out onto the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. Fighting off the defender. And the sophomore brought down after an excellent run.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
And the Canes move into the red zone. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. And then 1st down, right back to the running game. Finding enough space for a solid game before they stop him.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. The defense with more pre-snap movement. And there's the handoff. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing. This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on 3rd down, trying to force a field goal. As a design quarterback keeper. Stout defense. They stuff him from this angle. I don't think he got the first down. They need a yard here on fourth down to keep this drive alive. So early movement from the offense. That'll push him back 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Coach electing to go for a field goal attempt. This one is right through.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He's got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep. Football is coughed up by the returner inside their own 20. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy. The offense, excellent field position to start this drive. Linebackers making some adjustments now. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. Tackle just short of the goal line at the 1. What a run.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. And the running play gets stopped. They're going to mark him right at the 1. Second down and goal now for this offense. Looking to score, they'll run it to the left side. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Miami.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
So they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. That one sails out of the back of the end zone at the touchback. Offense operating from the pistol. First down, looking to throw the football. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Man, isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out in space.
Play action here on first down. On the run here, lets it go. The tight end has got it. Big play across midfield. Now they're threatening at the opponent's 38.
Nice play action call here by this offensive coordinator. You know, you can freeze those linebackers just for a split second. Usually that's going to give you enough room to be able to get that tight end behind them. And if the quarterback can make a nice tight throw like this, pick up some big yards.
First down and 10 now. They call the draw play here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Man, the defensive coordinator has to be fired up about this play. The thing that he has to love is that his defense and their technique was right on point. They didn't lose their leverage. They stayed with the play and didn't just go after the quarterback.
Second down after that previous play. Play action fake, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket now. Using his legs here. And they get him down, but that's a solid gain there to move the sticks using his feet.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first and keep this drive moving.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, just stoned at the line of scrimmage by this defensive front. They have been having their way at the line of scrimmage the entire first half of this national championship. And if these guys do not find a way to become more than one-dimensional, there's no way they're going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Takes the handoff and tests the left side. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
They finally corral him at the 1. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. Second down. Trying to find the end zone off the right side. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Chris, we're still early in this football game. We're in the second quarter. It's a critical touchdown to get their confidence to believe that they can come back and still win this game.
They're setting out to try the PAT. PAT is good. They still trail, though. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And here's the fair catch by the return man. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's brought down, but hold on, there's a flag on the play. Costly hold, nullifies the play, backs him up 10 yards. Looks like one more play here before halftime. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Crosses the 30. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick it off to begin the second half. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. First play of the second half is a handoff.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Now it's second down here. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. To throw, it's Penn. And they heave it deep downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Touchdown, Hurricanes. This offense cannot be stopped.
Boy, we see more and more of this in college football. If you get the right guy in that slot, they can win the one-on-one matchups. You take some chances. Here they got the matchup that they wanted and hit it for the touchdown.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Handoff to the single back. And he stopped after gaining 4 yards, so second and 6.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Again, makes it second and medium. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Inside the 20. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Oh, man, it's plays like this that make the defensive coordinator want to throw his headset or controller. I mean, he gets carved up on the ground by the quarterback. Is definitely frustrating. What a great job by the quarterback seeing the opportunity to not just pick up a big gain here, but take it in for 6 himself.
PAT is good. They draw within 3, 24-21. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the Miami offense is back on the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. The linebacker shifting around now. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. Wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. To the air, it's Penn. Catch made on the left side. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there.
Well, this is the risk you take when you play man-to-man coverage and you leave a linebacker on a running back. Quarterback does a nice job of seeing that mismatch and getting the ball to the back for some good yards.
And he moves the ball across midfield and picks up a 1st down.
Boy, Chris, you cannot overstate how big of a conversion this was to be able to pick this up on the ground. Yeah, the offense still has the lead, but you can just feel the defense having all the momentum with the points they've been able to compile. And that run right there picks up a 1st down and can kind of settle things down a bit.
Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. The back's got it. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Here's the 2nd down play. Oh, it's a reverse. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
You know, we're seeing this more and more where wide receivers are getting involved in the running game, both here in college and also up in the NFL. I think it's due to plays like this one right here, and it's not going to change anytime soon. Excellent play call.
The Hurricanes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Here comes a handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. So it's first and goal. The offense will try to milk the clock and add points if they can. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football. Second down and goal. The run to the left, trying to find pay dirt. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2. And they cut into this lead now on third and goal. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. They'll run here on third and goal. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Tell you what, for a tired defense that's been out on that field for a long time on this drive, what a stop there on third and goal. It brings us to fourth and goal. And as a head coach on the offensive side, when you put together this kind of drive, you're this close, inside the 3-yard line, you've got to come away here with a touchdown.
So fourth down now from the 3. They'll go for it. Can the defense rise up for a big stop? Oh, here comes the reverse. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Canes. How important was that touchdown, Kirk? It's now a 2-possession game here in the second half.
It's a great job of this offense with their execution and having situational awareness here in the second half. They now have, as you said, Chris, this 2-possession lead. They got a great chance to finish it off and get a win.
Extra point, up and good. A double-digit lead now here in the fourth quarter. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. No press coverage. The DB's backing up now. They'll start the drive here with an end around. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
You know, even though positive yards are gained here, I think the defense has to be happy on how they prepared coming into the game for these kind of different looks. They looked very aware that these formations and plays could happen on any given down.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. The catch is made for a huge pickup. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Here we go, national championship game, fourth quarter, one possession game. Let's see who's going to step up.
Well, the stakes can't get any bigger. The offense has done their job to give themselves a chance. But what about their opponent? What about the other side? How will they handle this pressure? Late in the game, they still have the lead. I want to see what their plan of attack is and how aggressive they might be willing to be.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. They had a brilliant touchdown drive last time, mixing the run and the pass. Can they keep that going again? And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. They'll tackle him right at the 31.
Chris, good job here on this stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all three to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
Second down after that run on the previous play. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, with the lead here, this is where you want to just take your time. The defense, as we know, they are looking to do anything they can to create an aggressive play to try to create a turnover. So you got to work that clock, but also protect the football. I'm sure the coach right now is preaching to all his guys and reminding them about ball security at this point in the game.
We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. Big third down play. If they can't get the stop, they have to consider calling a timeout. It's an option look. The back's got it on a pitch. They make the tackle, but enough for a first down. Textbook execution on the option.
Was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
The Hurricanes lining up here on 1st and 10. There's the handoff. Breaking free at midfield. Brought down, it crosses midfield to the 46.
Yeah, I like this call here late in a game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and its running back and just keep working that clock.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? They'll test the right side here. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Important second down play coming up. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. The junior able to bring him down quickly. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Dropping back. It's Penn. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the first down, brought down to the 31.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss just having one of those dream performances.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And that knee should do it. We have our national champions. They're the last team standing at the top of the mountain, Kirk, national champion.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to overcome them. And how fitting, a close game in a national championship. They come through one more time. As you say, they hold the trophy. They are the national champions of the year.
Well, that's it. Dramatic punctuation to another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Officially, your kings of the college football world and national champions, the Miami Hurricanes.